Bundle up, bring your crew, and make this winter one for the books with Bachfest on Saturday, February 21st at Beer House. Enjoy winter brews that will tangle with your taste buds, polka dancing, games like Hammerschlagen and Stein Stamina, and more. Bach beer will be flowing and sausages and pretzels will be available for purchase. Doors open at 11 a.m. and the party goes outside until 6 p.m. before moving inside. VIP tickets are $75, but just $10 gets you in the door. Buy your tickets today at beerhousene.com for Bachfest on Saturday, February 21st.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
If you become ill or injured at work and need an experienced attorney, call Liberty Law Group. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group will defend you in court, protect your rights and freedom to get you the best possible results for your case and the justice you deserve. Trust your rights and freedom to Liberty Law Group. Attorneys serving Nebraska and Iowa. Call them today at 877-404-5238. That's 877-404-5238. Or check them out online at libertylawgroup.com.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
In every office, there's two types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe. 93.7 The Ticket Sports News go now.
This is Nick Wyman with your sports update. Nebraska softball began the 2026 Shriners Children's Invitational with a bang by shutting out LSU in a 6-0 win. Alexis Jensen grabbed the win in the circle after tossing 4 scoreless innings with just 1 hit and 7 strikeouts. Jordy Fromm came in and closed out the game and struck out 4 batters in 3 innings. Offensively, Fromm went 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs and a double. Along with this, the Huskers dropped a 6-5 ball game to Georgia later that evening. Nebraska softball is back in action on Friday, February 13th against Tennessee with the first pitch scheduled for 11 a.m. in Clearwater, Florida. Nebraska baseball takes the field for the first time in 2026 on Friday against the UConn Huskies. Ty Horn will be the opening day starting pitcher for the Cornhuskers. That game between Nebraska and UConn can be seen on MLB Network with first pitch scheduled for 7 p.m. Central Time. The Nebraska women's basketball team suffered an 84-67 loss to the Minnesota Golden Gophers. Britt Prince led the Nebraska offense with 15 points in the conference loss. With this loss, the Huskers are on a 4-game losing streak and have now dropped 7 of their last 9 ball games. Nebraska is now 16-9 overall on the season and plays on Monday, February 16th at Pinnacle Bank Arena against the Iowa Hawkeyes. That game will tip off at 11 a.m. on Fox. At the 2026 Winter Olympics, the United States men's hockey team began tournament play with a 5-1 victory over Latvia. USA plays next on Saturday at 2 p.m. Central Time against Denmark. And for all the latest sports news and updates, keep it tuned right here at 92.7 The Ticket and ticketfm.com.
This is the Don't Punt Hour with former Nebraska receiver.
Throwing over the middle, completes the pass. He's got speed to the end zone. Touchdown. 45 yards.
And return specialist,
This time he beats the kicker and one more.
DeMornay Pierson-El.
Only does the sideline have confidence in Pierson-El, but Pierson-El has confidence in Pierson-El.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Powered by the Teammates Mentoring Program.
Welcome back in Dump Punt Hour. We got the host, Morning Pierson-El, streaming in. Harrison Arns on the ones and twos. You got one more hour of me before I hand things off to Nick Wyman for late night in Lincoln. If you guys want to join in, as always, 402-464-5685. Got plenty of things on the plate. I do want to get to NFL free agency targets. We haven't talked really much NFL over the past week, with disregarding the Super Bowl. That wasn't the most entertaining Super Bowl to really talk about, in all fairness. But good morning, Pierson-El. How's it going?
Not too bad. Not too bad. I got a few questions for you later on, as far as, the top 5 coaches in the NFL. New coaches or coaches that was there. But we'll get to that a little later on.
I like that. We can tie that on at the end of our free agency talk. But before we go anywhere else, let's talk about the brokenness that is college sports. We got a couple of good ones here at Morning Pierson-El, and some of you guys heard this before. I just talked about it with Raph for a little bit, but I want your take on it. So the Ole Miss quarterback, Trinidad Chambliss, back. He got it, 6th year of eligibility after supposedly he had a year where 2022 where he wasn't healthy. He was supposed to have surgery, but then he opted to do it through medication. And as a result, that was kind of the argument through the NCAA was like, well, no, if you would have had the surgery like you intended, you would have had the medical year, but you didn't do that. You went through medication and we're still seeming to hope to play. That seems like it's on you. Either way, I think it's a bad decision that he's got his eligibility back. Are you surprised by it at all?
Yeah, but it should have been something to keep an eye out on, because he didn't receive a combine invite.
No.
So I'm pretty sure a lot of people knew kind of it was probably going to happen like that. But I don't understand. Like, I think if he would have came out, I think he's definitely in that same category as Mendoza. I mean, he if not the number one quarterback, I mean, he definitely was number 2, and I think that's clear. So I understand staying in college, getting more money and everything like that. But I mean, you went off. Like, leave while you're hot. Like, you were probably guaranteed, like, somebody was gonna go and get you, whether that's the Jets, whether that's another team or whatnot. But I mean, I think he definitely would have been a top pick, and I don't understand how they can get that, a 6-year. I mean, we've seen the same thing last year with Vanderbilt's quarterback, and so on and stuff like that. So it's confusing. I might need to sue and see if I can get a year back.
Hey, we'll take you, DeMornay. We could use a little bit of magic here at the University of Nebraska. But no, it's crazy. Jay Foreman says it. I'll say it one more time. You guys hear me say it all the time, but it's absolutely true. If they're stupid enough to give you the money, take it. So that's why I never blame any of the student athletes in this, because, hey, they're stupid enough to give you the money. Go take it. Hell, go get yourself another degree while you're at it. If you're smart enough to, I think that's a great idea. My problem is with how these decisions are being decided. Once again, where do you think the judge graduated from? Because
Ole Miss.
Ole Miss. It's a strategy. It's not a crazy strategy to imagine. These agents and these lawyers go through the state courts and go find yourself a judge who's a former graduate of the university.
I don't think they can necessarily pick the judge. I don't think it works like that.
They can make it a state court, though. They can go through the state courts. It needs to go to federal, but it's all through the state courts right now. And I'm not a lawyer. I say it too much. I can't believe I have to keep saying this. Maybe I should have to pass the bar exam to talk about sports today, because so much of it is happening in the courtrooms. But it's a clear bias when you have the Alabama player who, that's another crazy story in itself, who gets his eligibility. He plays some games. Now it's shut down and he can't play anymore, which that is almost worse. Once you decide, I feel like it's worse to kick him back out again, because I don't know I have no idea what he's going to do now. maybe he's in school taking classes, but I kind of doubt it. I don't know if the money's there for him to do that anymore. That was horrible. And now you have this case with another former graduate of Ole Miss. And I don't know if he's a big booster or not, but I won't be surprised if he is, because if you're a judge, you probably got the money to go throw your favorite university some bans. It's just crazy. I mean, we're in the system right now, DeMornay Pierson-El, where if you're an athlete, you go through the courts and you win, great. Now the NCAA's turn. They're going to fight and they're going to appeal. And if they win, great. Okay, now you're back up to bat. Now you're going to go fight again and see if you can appeal that. And it's like, is this how we're doing college sports?
It's been approved right now. As you said, the NCAA will definitely probably go counter and appeal it. If it's under, being appealed, is he allowed on the university? Is he allowed to practice and facilitate, stuff in spring ball? How does that necessarily happen? Is that not tiring? Is it really worth it at that point? And is there an outline thing to where we can say, okay, this is the rule, and there can't be no back and forth?
Yeah, that's what I told Raph. I think you just need to pull a Moses and come down with the new rules, the new law book. This is the rules, period. We have to get some structure to this, because right now, again, it's just a big gray window where here's some of the rules, but here's some loopholes in it. You kind of need to rewrite the book and come down with a new set of rules, because clearly this is a new era of college football. People have been saying that. You can see it with your eyes with the transfers. The transfer portal is growing every single year. You also had Solomon, linebacker for Montana. He got cleared to play his 9th season of eligibility.
How many degrees? I would love to know how many degrees he has. Because if you have anything under than 4 or 5 degrees, he is wasting his time.
He's going to be 27 heading into the season.
That is not even come on now. At some point it has to stop.
Exactly. It has to stop. And, for me, it's an age limit. But then there was someone who chimed in about BYU. So, because they have that 2-year mission, you have to figure out.
I understand that, but that they're not playing those 2 years. That's that's a part of their own thing. So I'm not mad at that.
Right, because they're not actually playing the sport.
Yeah.
But my thing is I wanted to put an age limit on it, because the average college kid is going to be 18, 19. And
I don't think it necessarily needs to have an age limit. They just need to refine necessarily what it is. You got 5 years to play 4. If you maybe have an additional 2 years potentially of injury stuff, of season-ending injuries. Something happens and you're unable to perform, fine and dandy. A mental, impairment or something like that, I understand, and everything like that. But after the 2-year window, that's it.
Okay, that's fair.
And let's say on year 6 you get another season-ending injury. Okay, then you would get that another year to go at that. But outside of that, it's not gonna be the same thing over and over and over again. Once your time starts and it runs out, that's what it should be. They messed up by changing the rules by the lower divisions doesn't count against your clock. That's where they messed up at.
Yeah, 100%. Well, the JUCO too, Division 2, JUCO, not against your clock.
That's where they messed up at, and that's where all of the this is kind of coming from.
Yeah, because Trinidad Chambliss was D2 at Ferris State, so and that's where a lot of this kind of all gets mixed into the water. It's a mess. So make a new rule book. Don't have to change. You can have some of the same things all in there. Don't get me wrong. That's be completely new, but you need to have a much stronger set of rules so that when you do go to the court, the NCAA, you have some rules that you can clearly point out, because right now they keep losing in these court cases because their rules are too gray. So it's hard for them to win these cases and enforce some of these rules, because the way they have it now, there's too many loopholes in it. And, with the age thing, I'm okay with that. But to your point, once the clock starts, it starts, and you can't stop it. You can get a redshirt freshman year, and you can get a medical year. But I think even one medical year, does that have to be it?
No, because I'm not like that. They can't control the injury type thing. So I'm not gonna say oh, there's going to be a limit, like, to that. I mean, you have most times you have two season-ending injuries. You probably don't see those guys really play or kind of continue on anyway. So it kind of will cancel itself out. There are some rare cases and everything like that where that happens or whatnot, but that doesn't happen often. I don't think so. I don't think you need to cap. Oh, well, you only get one medical. Like I don't think that's fair, because you're playing a violent game at any point in time. Anything can happen. Like, it's not your fault. Somebody takes a cheap shot, you plant wrong, or something happens. So I don't think you should punish the kid by default of playing a physical sport.
No, but where I fall on this, and it might be too harsh, and it is tougher to like make rulings on this, but sometimes that's just kind of how life pans out, right? Not everyone gets the same set of rules. Sometimes it's just unfair that things play out this way, because as much as we want to make it fair for the college athletes, which is a good thing, the high school athletes are the one getting the unfairness over and over and over again the longer this goes on, where you keep opening up these windows. And then COVID really kickstarted a lot of it. Like the high school,
I mean, then you cut down rosters, and then you go to court, and then you're not necessarily cutting down rosters. It's like, so I mean, it was never designed in looking out for the kids, honestly. I mean,
no.
the system is messed up from the jump, and it's supposed to be an educational institution, and also you're playing sports and everything and doing everything else, but yet that part of stuff and necessarily looking out for kids is not. I don't feel like it's been more of the factor of that's what we're trying to protect and keep the integrity of, and it's been all about money, and that's where things have been wrong and have murky the waters with a lot of stuff.
Yeah, 100%. And that's where I think this thing gets really south. Is everyone keeps trying to fight for the college athletes, which is fine, but like no one's fighting for the high school athletes because they don't have agents and lawyers yet where they can go battle, and there's no argument to be had there. They just don't have any say in it whatsoever. And the longer this goes on, where we're allowing this eligibility to go just so far out the window, that group of high school kids that just don't get recruited. You get those diamonds in the rough that go on to have phenomenal careers that maybe they were under recruited. Well, now those under recruited guys just aren't recruited whatsoever, because you can go get a guy out of the portal who's 24 years old, but somehow still has 2-3 years of eligibility. That's insane. We got Bing on YouTube here. He wants to know, always loved the JUCO transfers, dogs. Were there any JUCO guys that you can remember on the team that you were playing for while at Nebraska?
Cockrell. I think it was Bryson or Byron Cockrell, DB. I want to say he was, honestly, I think after him, Joe Kills was another guy. Randy Gregory was another guy.
Randy Gregory was the JUCO guy. What a menace.
Honestly, I think after Bo, I really don't think like the JUCO guys coming in. I think that went away. Like I don't think Riley or anybody like that actually went the JUCO route with bringing JUCO guys in. So I may be mistaken, but I think that was really done after Pelini.
Well, part of it, Pelini was ahead of the curve, I think, a little bit, where he did a good job recognizing the talent, and I think he was closer and had those good connections in the JUCO circle. Fred Hoiberg, ironically, his same thing. At Iowa State, Fred Hoiberg was really good at getting JUCO talent. And then what happened is, other universities catch on and like, oh, we're making all this talent here. And Fred Hoiberg, he still will go for those guys, but now all the other universities do. So I don't want to say Matt Rule or Riley, they weren't doing it, but I don't think anyone had the same connections the same way Bo Pelini had and was able to pull that off. And also, it's a great idea because, again, we just mentioned it. Go get a JUCO guy with 2 years. His eligibility, he still has all of it. So you can get an experienced player who's got a ton of eligibility, which I think is broken. But if the NCAA isn't going to fix it and you want to win football games, listen, the older guys, they're probably going to be better a majority of the time than the 18, 19, 20-year-olds when you can have your 23, 22, 25-year-olds. How do you fix it, DeMornay?
I think you kind of got to go back to what it was a little bit, incorporate a little bit of the old and a little bit of the new. And I mean, they should have got on top of things, but when you were able to pay players from the jump, and they didn't. And I understand you might have not have known what exactly to do and whatnot, but you have to, like you said, it's a new day and age, so you have to mix and blend a whole bunch of things. But I don't think if you're on another level, you automatically get 4 years. If you come up from the lower divisions, anything other than the D1, anything other under those, I think you still kind of get treated like a JUCO guy, and you got 2 years to play. I think that's fair. Your time has started and everything like that. If anything, if you haven't redshirted, you still get that red shirt. Vice versa. I think that's what needs to happen. I don't think it's fair that guys because like you said, it's going to start undermining the high school guys, because you can be there's some good athletes. There are a lot dumber athletes than there are smarter athletes. There may be guys that have gotten bad grades or didn't handle business or whatnot, but is a freak athlete and goes to maybe one of those lower places, balls out, and now you got a 5-star guy that's been on a JUCO circuit or on the Division II circuit and everything like that, and you give him 4 years like that. That's not fair to everybody up. So I think they need to kind of throw out what they've said it is now, and to where it covers all stuff, to where you can stop the poaching of the lower divisions. It'll still be there, but I don't think it'll be as much.
Well, that's why, again, I don't know why the clock stops for you and JUCO. Like, no, the clock's still running. Hey, did you watch Last Chance U?
Yes.
Yeah, so anybody who's watched that series, there's some dogs, really, really good athletes, and they're going from their Division I program, and then they'll drop down to JUCO for a year
and go back,
and just go back. Yeah, so it's like they're kind of it's the same thing, right? It's not the same thing, but they're connected in a way that you're still playing the same sport. The seasons pretty much collide in the same area. You're still a student. I mean, everything's the same except for the level's a little bit lower, but you're playing the same sport. You're a college student athlete, whether it's Division II, Division I, Division III, or JUCO.
College is college.
Exactly. And that's where you get into a lot of the insanity, and you got to clean that up first. Maybe you're right with the age limit, because that one gets, I think, really squirrely to enforce after a while. But
because what happens? I mean, what happens like with the military academy people?
Yeah,
like, so like that's a little bit different, and so I don't think the age is huge on that and everything like that. I think it's just the accessibility of stuff and kind of the parameters to where you can keep what's on the outside, and then once you kind of cross that line, this is how you play in the sandbox.
Well, the reason why I bring up the age is because if you're a special team specialist, and like you're a high school kid and you're going through all these kicking, field goals, and punting, and like you see that's your ticket, and you've been grinding at it and you've been getting better and better at it, and then you're trying to go to a university, you think you're good, Division I Power 4 guy, and then you're like, why am I getting no offers? And then you go watch the football season rolls around and you see these 25, 26, 27-year-old Australian punters, because that's a real thing. I mean, we got Archie Wilson, and he's young though. Like, he's a young guy, and like that, to me, that's fair. You identified the talent at a young age and you brought him in here. Foreign athletes is not a new thing, but they got a whole program over there where you're seeing a lot of these universities go get these guys that are older, that's their specialty. They grew up doing that. And that's a whole area of high school sports that's just way less recruited than it used to be, are those special teams guys. And that's where I thought the age thing, but then you have BYU, you have the military guys. So that's where it gets
murky.
Yeah, it gets murky, but you can't have some of these not be so murky. I understand. It's never going to be perfect. It wasn't perfect before NIL, and it's definitely not perfect now with NIL. But all these rule changes, it's just kind of been like green light, go. You try to claim your eligibility any way you can, and things are just getting worse and worse.
I mean, I don't. The other thing about the age thing is like you. I mean, that's not anything that's been different. I mean, you get to high school. Some people play varsity their freshman year. You're playing up with a bunch of people. You either be the hammer or be the nail. So just because some people are older and whatnot, like I don't think they should be not included of things and whatnot. The cream of the crop will rise to the occasion. So guys have played varsity as sophomores, has played varsity as juniors and everything like that. It's the same thing in college.
I agree, but when you got the 27-year-old linebacker in Montana's case coming downhill,
but he's been hurt. I mean, what does his tape look like? Like if you've had severe injuries and everything like that, and this is just my own personal opinion, it takes you a while to snap back. You're not just gonna wake up and you're the same person necessarily that it was. It's gonna take you maybe a year and a half to really get comfortable and situated. So he year after year after year, you saying 9 years. So for at least 4 of those years, or at least 3 of those years, he was hurt back to back, if not in a row. So I mean, I know for a fact he's not playing at his optimal level. Now, if he gets his hands on a person or whatnot, will he be able to do some damage? Yes, but well, is it always going to be like that? No.
I was just gonna say, it's like, tell that to the 19-year-old running back who gets just run over by the 27-year-old coming down.
You better make a miss.
Yeah, you better. I'm willing to negotiate on that one, to say the very least. Like I said, I don't think you can make it perfect at this point, but you can certainly clear it up a little bit there. And right now, I don't think anybody knows what the hell's going on, if we're just being honest.
You have to. Like I said, I think you have to definitely put in place something like the NFL and have the NCAA like kind of included with it and everything like that. I don't know if they are more of a NFLPA type situation and being more of the the educational stuff. So you got to do your stuff and take care of what you need to take care of necessarily before you step on field, as a prerequisite and everything like that. But these are the rules that of the league that needs to follow and go as such. That's the only thing. But they have to be able to relinquish, and people have to be able to relinquish power, and you also have to have the right person or committee necessarily in place to kind of take this thing off, or literally every year it's going to be the same monster, just in a different way.
And you have to do it now. Like, you have to do it now. And all the people who are in there, okay, you're grandfathered in. Fair enough. We're not going to make you, not drop out. I don't think you have to drop out. But
they can't cut you from the roster.
Yeah, exactly. Grandfather them in. But, in the Alabama,
if they choose to leave, they can leave, but it shouldn't count against the whatever the roster is or whatnot, which is crazy that they're limiting the amount of people that can go to school. I didn't like that at all.
Absolutely. Let's see here. Well, we'll get one more question from Bing off of YouTube here, and then we'll go to our first break. And we'll talk a lot in NFL going up for these last 2 segments. From Bing, he says he knows you're a Raiders fan. Are you picking Fernando Mendoza #1, or try to make a trade down, or try to make a trade, or are you taking somebody else #1?
Depends on if Max Crosby is traded or not. If Max is traded, absolutely. He's the #1 pick. Huh?
Has he talked? Like, does he sound like he's back in with the new coach?
I don't know. You never know. I don't know. Because, I mean, they'll get 2 first-round picks. So if that's the case, then, yeah, absolutely. You take the #1 overall pick and you get Mendoza, and you still have, a #1 overall pick later on to get something. If you don't trade Max and you have that one, I mean, yes, you have to see.
If the Bears gave you DJ Moore, and what else would you need to give us Crosby?
2 first-round picks.
Get out of here. Nah. We don't need him that bad. Hell of a player, but I ain't going.
Moore has been in the league for almost 10 years. He's in the middle of his prime. I need 2 first-round picks for Max. Max was a 4th rounder.
I'd have to look at what the Bears have right now, but I say that we've kind of look at our roster.
Two first-round picks and probably a third in DJ.
I don't know if the Bears have that right now. It might be time to take a swing. It just scares me because if you look at a roster,
they're gonna have to let somebody. They're gonna have to let somebody go. I mean, you got 2 first-round guys. On you got the slot guy out of Burden, and then you got Aduze. Aduze is gonna be the guy going forward next year. So they're probably going to move off of DJ this year. He's probably going to get traded.
I think so, 100%. The question is how many picks, but nonetheless, we'll go ahead and throw the break here. We'll talk NFL free agency. And I know DeMornay wants to talk about the best coaches in the NFL. Don't go anywhere, right here on 93.7 The Ticket, ticketfm.com.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Hey there, this is Paul Scheel, owner of High Electric. I want to thank our friends and loyal customers and introduce High Electric to those looking for a new electrician. We've been serving the Lincoln and Omaha area for over 30 years, from design to install, upgrades, and repair. If you are a homeowner or a small business needing some electrical work, call us at 402-466-6606 or check us out at hyelectric.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with Taco Night on Mondays or Whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake. Are you tired of living in pain? At Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, they make it simple. From head to toe, spine to extremities, they've got you covered. Their multi-specialty team of experts in orthopedic surgery, plastic surgery, podiatry, physical therapy, and occupational therapy all work under one roof to get you back to living life pain-free. Don't wait another day. Visit prairie-ortho.com today or call them at 402-489-4700. Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, where healing begins.
Winter is just around the corner. Is your vehicle ready? Don't get left out in the cold. At A1 Automotive, we prep your car for whatever winter throws your way here in Nebraska. For battery checks, brake inspections, tires, heaters, whatever your car needs to keep you and your family safe on the road, we've got you covered. A1 Automotive. Always honest answers.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program by building a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
Sometimes good people make mistakes. When you find yourself in need of an attorney, call Liberty Law Group. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group will defend you in court and protect your freedom to get you the best possible outcome and the justice you deserve. Trust your freedom to Liberty Law Group, the best criminal attorneys in Nebraska and Iowa. Call them today at 877-404-5238. That's 877-404-5238. Or check them out online at libertylawgroup.com.
MHC isn't a new company, just a new name. Moe's Moving is now Moe's Home and Commercial. Whether moving across town or across the state, MHC Moving has you covered, specializing in home, apartment, assisted, and independent living moves. MHC can handle your commercial moves as well. MHC Moving has 0 hidden fees. You'll never pay for same-day booking or be charged for stairs, heavy items, or elevator fees. Rates are the same Monday through Saturday, and you will never pay a truck or fuel surcharge. And they offer payment plans through PayPal. Call MHC Moving today at 402-853-7167 or go to mhcmoving.com.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstorats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats. Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road, just south of 14th and Highway 2.
This is the Don't Punt Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Powered by the Teammates Mentoring Program. Here is your host, DeMornay Pierson-El.
Welcome back in segment number 2, Don't Punt Hour. Excuse me. Good morning, Pierson-El. Harrison Arns on the ones and twos. If you guys want to join in, 402-464-5685. We do got another Raiders question. We'll wait a little bit to get to that, but let's talk some NFL free agency. And it is about your new coach. I know we talked about that already, but we'll get to that. So shout out our listeners. First guy I want to talk about, Cowboys. George Pickens, wide receiver. He's going to be a free agent. He's still 4 years old. What is?
They can franchise tag him.
I think that's what they do, right? He's 24 years old. There's no way why wouldn't you go ahead and just franchise tag him right there? I think that's an easy one. Daniel Jones. I don't know who's really hungry to go and grab him right now.
He got hurt about middle of the season or late in the season.
Yeah.
He might be one of those quarterbacks that gets picked up. Within the first month and a half, somebody gets hurt or something like that. I think he'll be one of those type of guys.
I wouldn't be surprised if he gets re-signed at this point. Because I don't know who they'd go for if not DeAndre.
Indy?
Yeah.
I don't know where they're at in the draft.
That's why I should pull up this draft order while we're talking about this to clear things.
You got that. You have some veteran quarterbacks necessarily that are out there that potentially you can do. Malik Willis, I think. Who's the coach in Indy? It's the guy from the Eagles, right? If I'm not mistaken, I think it's him.
Yeah, sorry.
Malik Willis will command, a high thing. I think. What's the Mac Jones? Mac Jones will command, a high order of draft compensation. But there are options out there. I don't know if you re-sign him because he's not going to be ready. I mean, if you do, it's going to be vet minimum. He's not going to get what he would have got.
Yeah, and it's Steichen for the Colts there, and nothing in the first round.
They don't have a first round pick.
I'm not seeing it.
Ooh, that hurts.
So I think you re-sign, or you go get a guy like Malik Willis, who we talk about many times before, or go try to find yourself a gem later in the board. That's a tough one.
If they have a second round pick, you can get a guy in the second round and kind of develop. You still have Anthony Richardson there. He's still a first round talent. There's still some stuff, and hopefully, he pans out and he kind of gets things on board. So there's that. It'd be 3 years in the same system. Hopefully, it takes off at some point in time. It has to. You have that.
That's the nightmare of a situation. I don't know what else to say other than I would not want to be in charge of that organization, because Daniel Jones with that injury, I don't know what you're going to get back out of it. Maybe you can re-sign him for something cheaper. Let's see here. We got some more Nebraska stuff in here. We might have to switch gears a little bit here. We'll get through some more of these names, and then we'll go ahead and get back to the text line. We'll get to this one. Edge rusher, Bengals, Trey Hendrickson.
Oh, he's an unrestricted free agent. He's going wherever he wants to.
Mm-hmm.
So whoever's going to demand a high bag. And let's just say the Raiders, if they do move off of Max Crosby, I think they can throw their hat in for that. Depending on what
they keep them, the Bears, I think they throw their hat in for that. If the Crosby thing,
they don't have enough money to. He's gonna command top 3 money. y'all defensive. I don't. Y'all got a lot coming up that y'all gotta prepare for.
Yeah, we do. But
so that's not. I don't think there's that. Jacksonville can do something with them. I just had a team and you said something that threw me off. The Cowboys. The Cowboys got money. They're always willing to play, edge rushers that they really don't have. They got interior, rush. They don't have somebody on the edge that can do something. Like Jerry will go out and pay somebody like him top money for sure. Washington can do the same thing. Like they don't have an edge rusher as well. There are a few spots, but he's going to break the bank.
Yeah, he's going to demand a lot. I feel like the Bears could pull it off, but you may be right on that. This guy,
I don't think so.
You just don't like the Chicago Bears, man. It's fine. You just
within 2 years of what are y'all gonna have to do? Like it's going to be y'all would have to get rid of some pieces. You got your cornerback that you're gonna have to pay something. You got Tremaine, you're gonna have to pay him. You got Sweat, and I think maybe one other defensive guy that you necessarily got to pay. You got the offensive guys, the veteran offensive linemen. The quarterback is coming up. You can push that down the road, maybe 2-3 more years, but you would rather get that done early than not. So, for a year, yes, they will, but anything after that year, they're gonna have to start switching their focus to everybody outside. And his deal is gonna command at least 3 years, if not 4, where it's going to be hard on a team's cap. He's gonna command a lot of money.
Yeah. But the Bears, they're also in a position where they can go ahead and move on from some of these people. It's a tough one. I don't want to make it a Bears segment, but we'll just keep moving along here. Kenneth Walker, I think no brainer, re-sign with Seattle.
If he doesn't, he's going to be a hot commodity.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I think a team like the Steelers, team like the Commanders would love. I don't know if Etienne down in Jacksonville is still necessarily going to be there. I think he's a free agent as well. But I mean, you get Walker down in Jacksonville, that could be something scary.
Yeah, Travis Etienne is a free agent. Well, so Bengals maybe.
Etienne?
Yeah, there's quite a few teams out there that he's going to be good on.
Yeah.
Malik Willis. He's another one. Do you think a team makes the trigger and goes ahead and makes him their starting quarterback?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've seen the Jets necessarily do that with. They signed him a 2-year, $40 million deal or something like that, or 3-year, $40 million deal with Justin Fields. Absolutely. You telling me Kevin O'Connell, same system, same scheme, and everything like that. We didn't fail at it once. You're taking another winning quarterback. He's played in big times games. He stepped up and he can definitely piece things together for you. You telling me you don't think they're going to put their hat in the ring for him? You telling me they're not going to try and go get Mac Jones or something like that? And Malik Willis will get paid to play somewhere. You telling me you down in Miami, he wouldn't be good in that offense?
I was thinking Dolphins. If I had to take a wild swing at it, I bet you he's Miami Dolphin next.
I mean, you paying him some money. Tua is what it is. He will be on a short lease if he sucks or if he's playing bad. Malik, get in there, and we're off.
This one's interesting. Kyle Pitts, Falcons.
I honestly, I think they let him go. He had a good year. Stefanski's coming in, but then again with Stefanski, he likes tight ends. So that one is very interesting, but you still got some money that you got to come up and pay some people and whatnot.
Patriots ironically have some money. I know they're in the Super Bowl,
and you see how their offseason went last year. I think they're definitely going to reload.
Yeah, and then Vrabel likes his tight ends too, so I like that. I think. And I don't know. These are all just projections.
It could go either way. Like I could see him staying there, and I mean, look what they were doing with Njoku and Cleveland and everything like that. Like I said, he's a tight end. He's a tight end heavy guy. So I can see him being a staple part and doing what they want to do down there. It's going to be very interesting because they also have a quarterback situation of they're going to have to make their mind up.
Khalil Mack on the Chargers, because
I think they move on from him.
Sacks in 2022. This last year he only had 5, and the year prior he only had 6.
Depending on what the market is, if he has less guaranteed money, I think they will move on, or if they can trade him and everything like that. But
I think they re-sign him because I think his stock quite a bit.
I think that would be what would be what's best for them. I mean, you move on from Bosa and kind of put everything in him. And I mean, you're right. They're right there. They're in a tough conference, and they didn't have things figured out. You got a new offensive coordinator coming in that's going to shake up the whole AFC West. I would think he would get re-signed.
All right. Well, you just mentioned him, Joey Bosa. How old is Joey Bosa? He's 30 years old. He only had 5 sacks in his healthy season with the Buffalo Bills, but he could.
He's a free agent. They only gave him a 1-year deal.
Yeah, 1-year deal.
Wow. I think they'll probably move on. Joe Brady has some things different in mind. They'll kind of get away from, I guess, with the old coaching. You see it a lot of turnover. They'll go the opposite way of what the last coach was doing and everything like that. So I think they'll let him walk and try, because they have a young core on that defensive line too that has been nice. It hasn't been terrible. So I think they'll try and invest money elsewhere.
One more guy before we go to break. Then we'll get to the texters on the last final segment. Isaiah Likely for the tight end. 2 years ago, absolutely electric. This year was a lot more.
He was hurt.
Oh, I didn't realize. Okay, well, there you go.
he had the foot injury, if I'm not mistaken. I think he had
yeah, you're absolutely right.
I think he had the Jones fracture, if I'm not mistaken.
You're right, but he's got high stock. I mean, he was a monster. They went to Isaiah Likely over Mark Andrews pretty early on, and it stuck that way, and he showed it.
That's going to be hard for Baltimore because honestly, I would say he's their number 1 receiver. I mean, him and Zay, yes, but it was an emotional roller coaster. It was up and down. Like when he got off, he got off. But Isaiah, I felt like was more so consistent. Depending on what the other suitors are out there, I think you might want to test and see. But I hope Baltimore signs him back.
We'll see if they do. He's gonna, I'd imagine, demand.
You're gonna have to let him go or Andrews, one of them. I don't think you're going to be able to keep both of them there too much longer.
And you got to let Andrews go, right?
They gave him a contract maybe 2 years ago, maybe. So he may be on his last year of his contract potentially.
He's a hell of a player. I
want to say I think he holds a lot of tight end records for the Ravens, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he's
an all-time something. I just can't remember exactly which one it is.
Yeah, he might be all-time in touchdowns because I know they go to him a lot in the red zone, and he's been pretty good out for that one playoff game where tough one, but he bounced back this year a little bit there. So with that being said, we got to go ahead and throw it to break. We'll get to the text line and some of the YouTube comments as well. Don't go anywhere. Final segment of the Don't Punt Hour coming up next. 93.7 The Ticket.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
Imagine starting your day with a computer glitch that leaves you feeling stuck, frustrated, and unable to get your work done. You have 1,000,001 things to get done today, and waiting for the tech issue to solve itself isn't one of them. It's time to let Hamilton handle the tech so you don't have to. We help businesses across the state spend more time on what they do best and less time frustrated with office technology. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we're focused on providing custom solutions that set you up for success now and in the future. Connect with us today at HamiltonIsBusiness.com.
Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services is here to help you protect things that are most important to you. Whether it's your home, your family, or your future, Jack Russell has the proven experience to get the job done while developing authentic relationships with you. Give Jack a call today at 421-9100. Again, that's 402-421-9100. Or visit one of his 2 locations in Lincoln or Seward and learn how you can excel in the complicated world of insurance. Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services, a trusted and well-respected representative since 1999.
Anderson Ford in Lincoln has 2 convenient locations, which means 2 times the customer service, 2 times the inventory, and 2 times the ability to get you in the car of your dreams. Whether you visit us on the north side or the south side, you'll find more selection and a team that's always on your side. When you're looking for a better way to buy your next Ford, visit Anderson Ford in Lincoln, where exceptional service meets unbeatable selection.
All right, Lincoln, if you're a diesel technician who's ready to earn up to $40 an hour and you're tired of working nights and weekends, listen up. Inland Truck Parts and Service is hiring experienced diesel technicians right here in Lincoln, and they're offering what every hardworking tech wants. Monday through Friday hours, no nights, no weekends, and paid training on advanced diesel technology. With 37 locations across 12 states, career advancement opportunities are endless. Start building towards your future and apply today at inlandtruck.com. That's inlandtruck.com. Or text APPLY to 785-369-1320.
Why are some people more successful? Is it talent and determination, or did they recognize an opportunity? Discover a career that lets you help families reach their financial goals as you build lasting professional relationships, one with unlimited income potential. From Modern Woodman, a leading fraternal financial services provider.
I'm Modern Woodman Regional Director Sean Erickson. Call me at 402-483-6515 to learn about career opportunities.
Modern Woodman of America. Touching lives, securing futures.
Empire Netting and Fence delivers top quality netting and fence solutions. From major sports venues to backyard installs and everything in between, coast to coast. We take on tough jobs with grit, integrity, and a strong commitment to safety. Empire is growing, and we're hiring motivated people ready to grow with us. We build each other up, and we're building something big. Think you've got what it takes? Apply now at empire-fence.com. That's empire-fence.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and right now at Koppel, we are offering big discounts on all of our inventory. 2026 GMC Terrains are leasing at $279 per month or buy for $27,690. 2026 Canyons leasing for $269 or buy for $40,980. Also right now, all new Equinox EVs and all half-ton trucks are starting at $12,000 off MSRP. These are just a few examples of some of the aggressive pricing going on right now at Koppel. Please stop on in or check us out at koppelcars.com. All these with $2,500 down with a roof credit.
Mike, I've been thinking our house could really use a makeover. How about new siding?
I've been thinking the same thing. Have you heard of James Hardy?
Yes. Sarah down the street had Roofing Service Company install James Hardy siding on their home, and they love it.
Roofing Service Company does have great reviews.
They took her through the design process and made everything super easy.
Roofing Service Company offers expert design and installation. Couple that with James Hardy's durable products and variety of colors, you and your family will love your exterior remodel. Just visit roofingservicecompany.com. That's roofingservicecompany.com.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, their passion for happier, healthier, furry friends. Are you tired of living in pain? At Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, they make it simple. From head to toe, spine to extremities, they've got you covered. Their multi-specialty team of experts in orthopedic surgery, plastic surgery, podiatry, physical therapy, and occupational therapy all work under one roof to get you back to living life pain-free. Don't wait another day. Visit prairie-ortho.com today or call them at 402-489-4700. Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, where healing begins.
This is the Don't Punt Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Powered by the Teammates Mentoring Program. Here is your host, DeMornay Pierson-El.
Welcome back in a final segment. Let's go ahead and get to the text line. Let's get to Gus Mohawk first. He says, who recruited you out of high school and who from Nebraska's coaching staff recruited you, and what was signing day like? So you got a full loaded question there.
JP, Coach Papuchis. Recently, he actually just hit me up. not too long ago and everything like that. I think he was at Carolina, if I'm not mistaken. I think. He recruited me. You saying what was signing day like?
Let me go back to the good tweet from Mohawk here. Yeah, what was signing day like?
Signing day, it was all over. Like, you know, it was everything was like, yeah, you've been waiting to get to a certain point, excuse me, and for things to be official and everything like that. And signing day was a huge relief because I was signed, sealed, delivered. I didn't have to worry about anything. Like, you know, the hunt was over, and then now it's just looking forward, okay, to when I would get out there in Lincoln.
Man, that's just got to be a whirlwind. I don't know what it's like today anymore. Now it's kind of lost its.
They got like you got to make your mind up fast. Like, and it like I feel like the kids really don't have like an advantage with it, or like, you know, because it's like, well, all right, if you don't like us and you're not gonna do what we want to do, all right, we're gonna offer so and so, and we're going with them. Like I feel, but before then, coaches get fired or something happens, kids are stuck at the university. Now it's, you know, if I don't commit fast enough, I lose out on an opportunity to go to school. Like it's all wrong and all bad.
Well, it's not set up in their favor. That's for certain.
Not at all.
With Daniel Kalen, right? Say you get in there early, but then they go ahead and bring in Dylan Raiola, and you're like, oh, well, that's great. I guess I'm here for the year. Like that's brutal. So again,
that's that. I mean that's that liver shot. That's the one that'll sit you down.
Yeah, it'll definitely sit you down there. But yeah, it's we talked about it before. Now, of course, with the eligibility issues and the recruiting, tough out there for the high school athletes just to get to a school, and then also make sure it's a school that actually wants you and that isn't just trying to get numbers and always has a backup plan, which they don't always tell you. Like, we want you. We're actually looking for another quarterback too to see if we can get something better. They don't tell you that part. Some of them will, some of them won't. I don't know what Nebraska did there. But one more question from YouTube. How do you feel about Clint Kubiak hire? I kind of wanted Gruden. Do you think he's the guy to turn around? Everyone wanted Gruden, I think. Well, I should say everyone.
Gruden wasn't going back there.
No, he's going to sue the NFL here pretty soon. So
I think he'll get another coaching job. I just don't. I don't know when. Like you can't keep Chucky out of it. Like you just can't. The guy's a psychopath. But I mean, he's a hell of a coach. If you can be in Gruden's system, you can be in anybody's system. Honestly, I like Kubiak. He is inheriting a lot, and I just hope that the organization gives him the time and energy that he needs to kind of get things on the right path. It's not going to be an overnight, scenario situation and everything like that. There's a lot of things that have to, get fixed and whatnot. But I like him. I like what he's going to do on the offense. They have, weapons on the offensive side that are very similar to what they had where he was at. So, I mean, I think it's going to be very interesting to see how it all comes together.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%.
He's not a top 5 coach yet, but, I think one day potentially he could be.
Well, and then
he was definitely the pick of the litter for offensive coordinator hires. Definitely.
And then they ask, what kind of offense do they run? I'd imagine it's just going to be a ton of play action, right?
It's going to be probably a true West Coast system. What the Rams run, what Seattle was running.
Seattle was heavy on the play action. I mean,
it's true West Coast system.
And then I'm hoping that he's the guy that can get Genty up and rolling.
They need to go get offensive linemen. They need to do what the Bears did: go out and get veteran linemen, shore up the interior, and get things moving.
Hey man, just go get Tooney. Just give us all your picks for him. I'll tell you what, when you get Tooney, you win. His track record's crazy with the Patriots, the Chiefs, and the Bears. He's won his division every single year. Some of that's luck. Some of that, the teams he's been on, the lines are significantly better. There is a real leadership element there. So, with that being said, we do got to get out of here. Unless you got anything else to add on your Las Vegas Raiders. Hopefully they get the magic back.
Nope, that's it. That's all.
I'll wait and see. NFL. We got quite a while before it's back, but we'll always talk about it right here on 93.7 The Ticket. Appreciate you as always. The Morning Pierson-El. I'm Harrison Arns. We'll talk to you again next week.